You know, it's okay to love. It's okay. It's okay to love. It's okay to feel love. It's okay to receive love. It's okay to be passionate. It's okay to do all these things. There's times in my life where I feel like I have um, criminalized myself for feeling love because I feel like it's not right. Like I feel like I have no right to love a person or be passionate about a certain thing, you know. And that's the wrong mentality to have. It is. We're beings that were created out of love. And you shouldn't ever feel bad for feeling love for someone or for being passionate about something. It's your heart crying out for something. Listen to that. I've struggled a lot with, I don't know what I would call it in my search for a relationship, I guess. I've struggled a lot with feeling like I am not worthy of a relationship, of, having a girlfriend or having, hopefully eventually a wife. I feel like I'm not worthy of that. I've talked about that before a little bit, I think. Um, but it's that's really not the right mentality to have towards it. It's not a ultimately sound view of what love is or should be, right? Um, because there are reasons why I think that, right? There are reasons why I think that I'm not worthy of love, and they actually have some merit in their own right, I would say. I feel like my role should be protector and provider as a man and someone who wants to be a father one day. Those are very important things. And I feel like I'm not where I could be or perhaps where I should be with those things. So it's not a crazy thing to say that I might not be worthy of a relationship. Just logically, like that makes sense, right? But it's a misunderstanding, I think, at a fundamental level of what love is and what love should be. You know, um, Christ didn't die on the cross um, because you were worthy of his death. He did it because he loves us, because he loves you, he loves me. You know, and the same thing applies to just a relationship between a man and a woman, or one friend and another. Is that you don't get to be worthy of a relationship. That's not the right frame of mind to have. You have to, if someone truly loves you, um, they accept your faults and love you despite them, love you beyond them. So it's not the right way of thinking. It's not the right way of going about it. And to be honest, I don't know what the alternative really is. I haven't slept on it enough. I haven't thought about it enough to think what a better mindset is to adopt about love, um, and about looking for a relationship. I struggle a lot, like I said, with feeling not worthy because I feel like I'm not where I could be with being a provider. I'm young. I'm almost 20 here, and that's I shouldn't expect myself to be like you know riches out the wazoo. I'm not going to be a millionaire at 20 probably, and that's okay. But I still expect a lot from myself, and I want to be a provider. But and that's a good thing in and of itself, by the way. That's a good thing to have those kind of aspirations, and to be aimed in that direction. But to approach it as a fundamental necessity, that's not even the right term, because it is in a sense a necessity. You need to be able to provide. That's extremely important. But it's not the basis of love. I think that's the right term. It's not the basis. It's not the basis of how you should go about your relationships. Because if you think about it that way, you're thinking about a relationship as being transactional. And that's not what a relationship is. That's not what a good relationship is. It's not transactional. It's um, dying for another person, dying to one another consistently. You know, um, if you think about a good marriage for a second, right? You have a man and a woman, and it's not exactly that the man serves the woman or the woman serves the man, or even that they serve each other. It's more like there's a spirit, so to speak, that the spirit of a healthy relationship, and you're both serving that spirit. You're both serving the spirit that rejuvenates and makes the relationship between both of you better and better and better, and makes both of you better in the process. That's what you're doing. And that's not on a transactional basis, you know? To love someone is to accept them not because of their faults, but be willing to accept them and love them despite them, and look beyond them and see the statue that is hiding in the marble. I think that's a good analogy for what love is. It's being able to look into the uncarved stone and see something that not everyone else can see, and loving them because you can see that in them. You can see that statue hiding in the uncarved stone. You can see their potential. You can see what they could be and what they have within them. You can see things that maybe they can't see within themselves, and what other people can't see within them either. So I think that's a healthier way of thinking about love. And I don't know how to apply that exactly, because I struggle with these things, with these expectations with myself. Um, but I still don't know what the right attitude is to take on, let's say, looking for a relationship. You know, I think the right answer is probably to look at it as an opportunist. Um, because right now, I feel like, oh, I shouldn't be in a relationship because I'm not squared away in myself, right? Um, but I don't think that's right. I think the better answer, of course, is to, because again, then you're thinking about love transactionally. I'm thinking about love transactionally, and that's not right. So I think the better way to think about that is say, yeah, I'm not where I could be, but I'm moving towards that. I'm moving towards being better. I'm slowly climbing my way uphill. I think that's a better way to think about it. And if the opportunity comes, then we'll go from there. Maybe it's not something I'm seeking out actively, but it's, take it as it comes. Be in the present. Aim upwards. I think that's probably the best thing. And I think this is an important thing to talk about, because I know a lot of young guys and a lot of my friends that I've talked to experience this exact same thing, this exact same struggle, where they feel like they're not worthy of a relationship because they can't provide in the way that they would like to. They smoke. What's up, buddy? He's not going to like if I pick him up, but hey, smoke. Yeah, okay, you can get down. So I think it's an important thing we need to address. It's not something that I hear talked about a whole lot. And, we need to have a healthier view of love. We need to have a healthier view of relationships. We've really mucked it up in this generation in the way we think about relationships. And that's for a whole host of reasons. And that's not something I'm going to get into in in full detail here, because that would just take me so long. And maybe I'll save that for another video. We can talk about how I think destroyed modern dating culture is, and stuff like that. But again, another time. What else do I want to talk about here? So yeah, it's okay to love. It's okay to be passionate. It's okay to feel love for people. It's okay to hang on to feelings. It's okay to feel feelings. It's okay to feel love for someone. Don't ever feel like you shouldn't. You are worthy of, you are someone that should love. You should love, and you should never feel bad for loving someone, or loving a certain, I don't want to say activity because that makes it material. It's not really what I mean. A certain pursuit or something like that, I guess. Don't feel bad for that. We were created by God to love, and we were created out of love. I've experienced plenty of things in my life where I feel like you know, I'm a very romantic person, and I'm very sentimental, and I tend to hang on to things and not move on very easily from things. I often feel myself like, oh, I shouldn't, you know, I gotta let this go. You know, I shouldn't feel this way about, you know, whoever. And that's not really the right way to think about it. You know, those things will happen when they happen. Don't ever beat yourself up for struggling to let go of things, and for feeling love for someone. Don't ever beat yourself up for that. You know, um, love is a good thing, and it should be praised. It should be celebrated. It should be celebrated. That's a better attitude to have. You know, it's okay if you don't feel like you are where you should be. It's okay if things haven't gone your way. It's okay if it's, you know, whatever the situation may be. It's okay. It's okay to love. And I think that's a good thing to keep in mind, especially for my fellow young men. I think, because I know there's a lot of guys who struggle with this and who are tempered similar to me. They have a similar temperament in the way they think about love and the way they tend tilt towards the romantic and stuff like that. So yeah, I think that's all I have to say. Um, Sorry I haven't put out anything of really good quality in the last couple weeks. We got finals coming up. You know, I'm finishing up my semester, and I'm real busy. I haven't had a lot of time to sit down and record and edit stuff. So hopefully, maybe next week or the week after, I'll be able to put out something a little bit of a little bit higher quality. So we'll see about that. With that being said, um, I think what, like I said in the last video, again, if you guys have any other topics you want me to cover or talk about, please tell me. I'm all ears. I'm happy to cover any topic you wanna see me talk about. Um, I pray that you all are blessed beyond belief. I love you guys. I appreciate all the support the last few videos have gotten. I'm glad my words have been able to help you. Um, and thanks for watching. I pray blessings on all of you, and I will see you next week. Bye.